All right, guys. I need water because I'm gonna be talking a lot. So for this episode of Narking's advice I want to talk about happiness. Uh, it's important to me. I feel like it should be important to everyone. Something always comes up, and I want to share that knowledge with you guys because I know that you're not happy. I know my accent just came out. I know you're not happy. You might be happy today. You might have been happy yesterday. You might be happy tomorrow, but you're not always happy. There's always something. It's always something. So the first step of finding happiness is asking yourself, what is happiness to you? You know, what will make you happy as a person? The second step, it's something that might not apply to everyone, but apply to me, and it might apply to you. Is accepting yourself. You're not perfect. You probably will never be perfect, and you probably won't be able to make everyone happy. You will have drama in your life. You will have restrictions. You will have obstacles, and it will be a lot harder to get over these obstacles if you're not accepting of yourself first. So whatever flaws you have, to be happy, you need to accept that. You need to accept yourself as a person first. You need to accept all your flaws, issues, working on your flaws. You accept yourself, and then whatever you feel like is an issue that's holding you back from being happy, you need to work on that. I guess the third step at this point is figuring out what's keeping you from, what is the core, like what is the root of what's making you unhappy. Think of how you could change that. Like, and when I say think about how you could change it, I mean like step by step. Let's say you're not working where you want to work. You have a dream job, but you're working somewhere else because that's just where you happen to be. Um, Either quit because you're not happy, or you're gonna have to do what needs to be done in order to be happy in your workplace. So, for an example, let's say at your job, let's say you love your job, but you hate the people you're working with. You're gonna have to talk to them. Find out why is there conflict between you guys. What did you do to make this person dislike you? What did this person do to make you dislike them? Um, Gotta talk it out. Like chances are, and this is very possible, that the reason why you guys don't get along is for something you might have done. Something it's not necessarily your fault, but if you don't like where you're working because of someone in your job, then you need to confront that. You need to confront that as soon as possible, and not in a way of aggressive. I'm not saying go beat the person up. I'm saying as in confront that person and try to understand why this person is making your life miserable at work. And then after you find out why, you explain to them why your life is miserable at work. And then once you guys have this understanding of one another, you either things get better because you guys finally understand and fix the issue, or you guys come up with an agreement of like staying out of each other's way. But I guess the point what I'm trying to tell you is don't quit your job because of someone. No, make your job better. You don't like someone, confront them, talk about it, because chances are something you've done that make this person upset, and then they're making your life miserable now, and you don't want to seem like the quitter. you know um, or let's say you do love your job and you actually love who you're working with, but you haven't been promoted and you feel like you deserve a promotion, or someone else got the promotion above you and it's not making you happy. um, you know I feel like communication is the most powerful tool you could ever have. Whatever the case may be, you need to talk it out with someone. So you are not getting promoted, you're being complained at. Find out why. What are you doing wrong? That's not. What are you doing wrong that they don't like? What can you do to fix that? Um, what can you do to be better? You want to find out what is it with you that's not working in the workplace. Because if you're not being promoted, it's something you're doing. It's not like they don't like you. It should never be personal when it's in the business. It's business. So if they're not promoting you, they're demoting you. You're having issues at work for whatever reason. Find out why. Knowing the why is very important, because then you can start working on if whether you want to fix it or you just don't want to fix it and you just want to leave. Um, Relationship wise, you know, if you're not happy in a relationship, you need to really communicate that, because your partner might not know you're not happy. Your partner might not know that you're actually really upset at whatever the person is doing. If you're not communicating with your partner on what's not making you happy, then how do you expect this person to know that you're not happy? So communication is very powerful. Communicate, and if you're struggling in a relationship, communicate that. If you're in a relationship where you feel trapped, or you feel trapped and you actually have no possibilities of ever being happy with this person, and you actually want to leave this person, but you're afraid of leaving this person, and that's what's not making you happy, you need to leave the person. If you're afraid of this person, seek help for whatever reason. There's help everywhere. This person should not have control over your life. Um, there's always a way out, and it's not violence at all. It's not. There's a way out. So if you want to leave someone for whatever reason because you're no longer happy, leave them. Leave them. Walk away. Get away. Um, I guess I'll try to end this soon. I don't want to make this video too long. So yeah, one of the last steps is take action. Once you figure out what makes you unhappy, and once you figure out the steps of being happy, take action. Do it. Don't be like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. But don't but anything. If you want to really be happy, you gotta take action to it. Forget everything else. There's nothing that could hold you back from being happy. You need to take action. And I guess some tips that I could give you on how to reach happiness: optimism. Be optimistic. You're gonna always encounter obstacles that will put you down. It's happening to me right now. There's so much going on in my life right now that if I wasn't optimistic, it will put me down and I would just give up on life. But I'm staying positive. I'm looking at the bright side. If I'm struggling financially, okay, it sucks, but there are a lot of other people who are doing a lot worse than I am. And you know what? I gotta be grateful for that. And that's the next tip. Be grateful for what you already have. There's a lot of people who are doing a lot worse than you. And if you're one of those who are doing really, really bad, be grateful that you're alive. If you're alive, that means you have a meaning. And if you have a meaning, then you have a purpose. And your purpose, you need to achieve that purpose, because you're alive for a reason. People die every day. Every day. And if you're still alive and you're miserable, there's a reason for it, that doesn't mean commit suicide. Hell no, don't ever. That should never be an option. If you're alive for a reason. And don't waste that. Don't not waste your life away just, being miserable. Um, and I guess the last tip I could give you is just think about the perspective of things. There's gonna be a lot of things going towards your way, and you might interpret it negatively. Try not to. Try to think of it on a positive way. Whatever it is, I can't think of one right now, but whatever you're going through that might put you down, think of a different outcome. See it from a different light. Look at it from a different way, because whatever it is probably not what you think. Um, we like to interpret things the way is whatever is easier for us to interpret. If it's easier to think negatively, we're probably gonna think negatively, because it's just easier to us to think that way. Um, and then that will affect our behavior, our reaction. So if you just try to think things from a different perspective, think positively, it's a lot tougher to do, but you gotta do it. Once you think positively, your behavior changes. You start understanding things differently, and then your behavior changes, and ultimately you'll be a lot happier. So that is my advice on happiness. I really hope this helps you. If it doesn't, if you have questions, ask me. I will likely respond to you. Thanks again for watching, and I will be making more videos on advice. Thank you.